All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, yeah, pretty much we're just going to go right into it. You see what's going on. Brothers have already done videos on it, but, I just got home, so I'm going to jump on it too. All right, but, just going into these prophecies, man. Okay, these prophecies, and, hey, through the spirit, the apostle Tahar coined this year, 2020, the year of prophecy. All right, and that's all we've been seeing, man. All right, nothing but prophecy. All right, since the beginning of this year, and as we're seeing, all right, these prophecies are starting to manifest. Okay, and it's starting to unfold, and the picture is getting clearer. All right, more and more people are starting to see it. Okay, and it's only being confirmed. Okay, so as we've been prophesying about the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, we're seeing how the Lord is using, all right, Esau to bring that about. Okay, and how we're seeing how, yeah, we knew it was going to be made mandatory. Yeah, we knew it was going to affect the whole world. All right, and yeah, we knew it was coming soon, but precisely and exactly how, we're starting to see that now. Okay, now the Lord could very well have Esau use this virus, as we're seeing, as a means, all right, of making that chip a worldwide thing. All right. Hence, we have this article right here. Okay, and it's keep in mind, these elites, they work with gradualism. All right, it's a gradual thing. You're not just gonna wake up tomorrow and everybody's microchip. No, they're going to gradually ease you into it. And that's why the title says what? Dirty money, dirty banknotes may spread coronavirus. Use contactless instead. World Health Organization warns. All right. Now, what's funny is that this contactless payment and all these different things, I remember my because I think Capital One, all right, and a couple months ago they literally just upgraded it without even letting me know. All I knew was my regular card got deactivated and I had to wait, for them to send me this contactless card, all right, which I didn't opt in for. I didn't have the option of opting out, but all of a sudden everybody was just going contactless.
What aboutism seems to be spreading as fast as the virus these days? We keep seeing people trying to deflect from the risk of coronavirus or its political implications by mentioning.
Okay, I don't need you saying anything here. Okay, man just started talking out of nowhere, like. But anyway, boy, where was I? Right. So the contactless. So everybody just started going contactless out of nowhere. All right. And it's just, you see how the gradual shift is going there. So they established, all right, this system here, okay, so that now that this virus is out, we're not just going to tell you to jump straight to the chip, but we're going to ease you into it, all right, because it's a gradual process. We have to first get you away from the money, all right, and then give you something as a replacement and then upgrade that thing to where that becomes the norm. Okay, so you have people, and I'm gonna get into the article, but you have people that are thinking, all right, because they have that near sight, they don't have the foresight, so they're thinking, yeah, this is just, we're gonna deal with it as we go. They don't understand how bad it's gonna get. This isn't something that's just gonna come to pass and everything's all good. No, the prophecy is that this place is going to get destroyed. It's gonna get chaotic. So these signs we're seeing are not signs of it's going to come to pass and we're going to be good. It's leading into something much worse. All right. Because we have the foresight, we can see, all right, we can see how bad it's supposed to be. So when we see how it's starting, we can tell, okay, so it's going to get much worse. And that's what we come out here and prophesy and tell you. All right. So let me read this real quick. It says, dirty money, dirty banknotes may spread coronavirus. Use contactless instead, World Health Organization warns. Dirty banknotes may be spreading coronavirus, experts are warning. And what a great way to get rid of cash. What a perfect way to get rid of cash. Open up FEMA camps, set FEMA empower. It's accomplishing all these different goals because remember, they have that Agenda 21. All right. So in essence, they're trying to prep and make sure everything is good. So by 2021, everything is set. All right. It says the World Health Organization, or WHO, which is the acronym, are instead urging people to use contactless payments in a bid to reduce the risk of transmission. Why do you think recently at those at the train stations they have these they call it Omni, where instead of using your Metro card, all right, because remember those machines that you buy your Metro card from and you buy fares on there, guess what? How many people come there and touch it, so on and so forth, you know? So with this thing, I guess it's with your phone, you just, tap it or bring it close to the tablet device that's by the turnstile thing, and it'll basically count as a swipe. All right. It says, read our coronavirus, da da da. Okay, let's read a little bit of this. It comes as COVID-19, which is the name for coronavirus, continues to sweep across Europe, with the toll for people with the illness in the UK rising to 51 to date. All right. WHO says customers should wash their hands after touching banknotes, as coronavirus could cling onto currency in the same way it lives on surfaces like doorknobs, handrails, and toilet handles. And there's a video game called The Division. And when you look at The Division, the trailer before the game starts, they spread a virus. There was a virus, a massive virus outbreak that caused society to completely change. All right. And how did it spread? You had people that had them little droplets. They dropped it into the money. And then from there, it just went on. All right. Because remember, you have people that be counting money and they're trying to count faster. So what do? They lick their thumb, check, check, check. Okay, this is how much it is. Or your professor might be handing out a test. He licks his thumb. Oh, okay. All right. Lick it again. Okay. Pulls out the papers, hands it out. All right. So it says, let's keep going. Where we at? Yeah, it says, and the fact that notes change hands hundreds of times during circulation means they pick up all manner of dirt and bugs as they're passed around. A World Health Organization spokesperson told The Telegraph, "We know that money changes hands frequently and can pick up all sorts of bacteria and viruses. So let's demonize the money, all right? And as things get worse, I keep saying it, all right? I can't stress it enough. The virus, all right, as it gets worse and more infectious and more deadly, okay, there's going to be a justification for them to take more drastic measures. So it's going to go from recommendations to mandations. We recommend you get tested if you suspect you have the virus. We recommend you self-quarantine yourself. All right. We recommend you take these safety precautions. We recommend you stay at home if you have a feeling that you have this virus. As it gets more deadly and infectious, it's going to go from we recommend, I forgot the first thing I said, but we recommend you do such and such to you have to do such and such. You have to do such and such. All right. And they're going to have curfews, because California is now the third state to declare an emergency. And as this virus spreads through the different states, it's not going to be a state emergency. It's going to be a country. All right. The U.S. Okay. And that's when they're going to say, okay, we need to deal with this at once. We need to stop this spread. We need to send in, all right, the specialists. Okay. And that's martial law, because now we need to make sure that everybody is under order. All right. If you have to be quarantined, enough with the self-quarantines. All right. We're going to take you to a special quarantine center. All right. That's what they're going to do, because self-quarantine, you're in the house. You're in an apartment. You can still, all right, infect others. Okay. So enough with the self-quarantine. We're just going to put you in the actual quarantine center or a FEMA camp, however they're going to call it. All right. Let's keep going. As you can see on the map here, it says 2 in New York, which we know is more than that. All right. Is what about like 11 or so, I believe. It says, we would advise people to wash their hands after handling banknotes and avoid touching their face. But these are all precautions, but you got to understand that ultimately, all right, it's the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all right, that decides whether you get it or not, okay, or whether you die from it or not, okay? It says, when possible, it would be advisable to use contactless payments to reduce the risk of transmission, all right? What does that mean? Contactless payments, that means that instead of dealing with cash, all right, we need to start dealing with things that are not cash-like. And they're going to find some sort of excuse, some way, shape, or form, all right, to go from, no, you know what, instead of using your card, all right, instead of using your phone, we're just going to do it with the chip. That's the new way. That is the method of contactless payments, all right? You don't have to take out your phone, touch anything. We're just going to scan your hand. We don't even have to touch you, all right? But like I said, it's a gradual process, all right? They slowly but surely.
Whataboutism seems to be spreading as fast as the virus these days. We keep seeing people trying to deflect from the risk of coronavirus or its political implications.
Shut this guy up. I think it's just going to keep doing that. So I'm just going to close this tab. And when I need it, I'll come back to it. All right. So it says, all right, let's keep going. It says the Bank of England also acknowledged that banknotes can carry bacteria or viruses and urged people to wash their hands regularly. But see, think about this, right? What benefit they're saying this on purpose, because what benefit is that going to do? Okay, I come home, I wash my hands, but when I go out and I still have to use cash, I can't just keep going. No, I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to touch the cash again. Okay. So they're just going to say, well, what's the point? You're going to wash your hands. All right. Maybe you get rid of some of the bacteria. Then you touch the money right after again. All right. And then wash your hands and touch it again. You can't wash the money. All right. It says the public has also been urged to clean their smartphone screens twice a day with alcohol wipes to help combat the spread. It says, so it may be advisable to also wipe down. So you see what I'm saying? But if you have a chip inside you, this isn't something that you need to give somebody else to hold or show it to somebody or swipe it or type your PIN somewhere. No, it's within your hands. All right. Ain't no way somebody's going to be able to, no, you just swipe your hands. So you see how they first is the money. Then they say take precautions with your smartphones because you can pay with your phone. All right. You have Apple Pay, so on and so forth. And then they're saying with your bank cards, you also want to take precautions there. All right. It says, so it may be advisable to also swipe down bank cards to kill germs collected on them. See, so all these things are potential, even though they're saying go contactless. All right. Don't deal with cash. Even if you're dealing with your card, they have something for that. So eventually there's going to be no solution but the chip. Or that's how they're going to present it. That's why it says he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. He's going to corner you. All right. Make you feel like the only option you have is to take that microchip. All right. Because it's going to, quote unquote, solve so many problems, because they're going to create so many individual problems. All right. And then they're going to have one solution for it all. They're going to tell you, if you take the chip, all right, that they might come out and say that's going to be the vaccine. So then you're good on the health side, right? Now you can avoid touching cash. So you're good on spreading the virus or getting the virus. All right. It's going to have your social security, ID, all of that. Oh, so it's portable. Okay, nice. I don't have to carry all these things on me. They're going to use the chip as a solution to every single problem. So you might say, well, I don't necessarily need to get the chip because I don't feel like carrying my ID, so on and so forth. That's fine. But then what about the other side? What about the other benefits? What about the healthcare being now moved onto the chip, and all these things being there? So you might not need the chip in the sense of one thing, but because they're going to use the chip for everything, you're going to say, okay, well, I don't need the chip, all right, to have my ID. I don't need that. That's not why I need it, but I still need it, all right, if I want to be able to buy something or sell something, or I still need it on this point, on this avenue. So regardless of whether I don't need it for my ID or I don't need it for healthcare, I'm going to need it for something. That's how they're going to present it. I'm going to need it for something because it does all these functions, So eventually a lot of people are just going to give in. Okay. And we already see it. We see how they're setting it up. All right. They're setting it up perfectly. They're ensnaring these people. All right. And they're leading them. All right. Straight up into the slaughter. It says it comes after both China and Korea last month began disinfecting and isolating used banknotes as part of efforts to stop the spread of the disease. Now, keep in mind, This dirty money stuff and stop dealing with money and go cashless isn't just a US thing. It's not just a China thing. It's not just a Korea thing. Because the virus didn't hit just the US or China or Korea. It's hitting the whole world. So if there's a solution, which is going cashless, okay, in one area, guess what? You're facing the problem in the whole world. So if you have a solution in one area, you might as well use that solution in the whole world. So if that solution happens to be the microchip, then you have to microchip the whole world because everybody's facing the same problem. So everybody's going to be presented with that same solution. And if the solution is the chip, then you understand why the chip is going to be worldwide. All right. It says it's order app chaos, man. Order out of chaos. Problem, reaction, solution. Present the problem, get the reaction of the people, and bring them a solution. All right. The problem is I can't buy and sell with money anymore. This virus is getting out of hand. Okay, how are people reacting to that? Ah, man, this is crazy. We need to do something about this. What are we gonna do? Oh, perfect. Let me give you the solution. Just get microchipped. All right. It says officials used ultraviolet light and high temperatures to sterilize the bills, only putting them back into circulation after they had been sealed and stored up for 14 days. But who has time for that? You know? Okay, I'm not gonna really read all this here. All right, but yeah, that's basically the point I wanted to address on here. Now let's go from here. Let's look up. All right, this state of emergency. I think it says California. Okay, let's take a look at this. This was 6 hours ago. All right, ABC News. At least 11 Americans dead from coronavirus. California declares state of emergency. Hey, and this shows you that America is that spearhead of the beast, because it's like when this is affecting other countries, you know, it's not as big of a deal as when it hits America. See, all eyes are on America. You know, when it comes to America, oh, Congress is passing what, $8 billion worth of funds to fight this coronavirus. 11 people. Oh, we got to take some special, declare them states of emergency. You know, it's like all eyes are on anything that happens in America. All eyes are on America. It's like America's the heart, all right, of this system. You know, everybody. Oh, what are they gonna do? Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let's. If they find a solution, let's use that. They have the best scientists. They have the best this, the best. But this place is gonna go down anyway. All right. So it says California declares state of emergency. All right. And California says this was the third Salakia, this guy, oh, the brother just put in the chat, first presumptive case of novel coronavirus comes to New Jersey. Ooh, sent to CDC for confirmation. Okay, so they're going to confirm to see if this person actually has the virus. All right. But like I said, before I go into this article, the more testing they do, the more you'll see the numbers spike. And they'll use that as a fear tactic. All right. Oh, the numbers are crazy. The mortality rate is increasing, is rising, is higher than we thought. So we need to immediately take these measures. Lock down this, lock down that, send in the troops. Do you know? All right. So you can expect to see them take, they've already warned you. They said prepare, your lives are going to be changed. So you can expect them to take drastic measures from here on out. But let's keep going. It says California declares state of emergency. More than 100 Americans have contracted coronavirus, Pence said. Okay, it says countries around the world are scrambling to stymie, if I'm pronouncing that right, the spread of a deadly, so I'm guessing that's like another word for stop or slow down. The spread of a deadly viral outbreak that began in China about 2 months ago. So within the span of only 2 months, look at all the commotion and damage it's caused. All right. And has now infected more than 90 people or 90,000 people globally. So you're looking at all the damages it's done, you know, the slowdown and how everything has now been backed up because of this virus. You don't think it's just going to stop and then they're going to revert everything back. No, it's going to keep going. All right. Today's biggest developments, Pence says insurance will cover COVID-19 tests. Now, notice how the test, they're making it optional, you know, highly recommended, but optional. Soon it's gonna be mandatory. Oh, did we find out that somebody in your neighborhood has coronavirus? Okay, all of you need to be tested mandatory, so we know who has it, who needs to be quarantined, and such and such. It says 11 Americans have been killed by virus, including the first death in California. 1,000 people in New York have self-quarantined. 1,000 people in New York have self-quarantined. Why? Why would somebody be self-quarantined? Because they've been potentially exposed. All right. So you may go to a restaurant or a church, all right, or an area in a certain community. Hey, like the brother did a video on it about this the Jewish community, I think it was in New Rochelle or so, all right, where look, man, somebody gets it, that area, they're gonna tell you self-quarantine yourself, all right, because we don't know when he got it. We don't know if he might have spread it to you before we got to him. We don't know, all right, but what we do know is you need to be quarantined so we can find out. And guess what? What is this gonna do? Let either a worker or a customer, all right, in a restaurant or retail shop or something like that, let the news come out. Oh, American Eagle, Times Square manager or worker has coronavirus. Who you think is gonna be going in there to shop? So what is that gonna do? That's gonna drop a business. All right, it's going to reduce these companies' revenue because people are not coming in there now, especially if it's a restaurant. A waiter at a restaurant has coronavirus. I'm not going to eat there. All right. People are because people are scared. So what is that doing? That's people. Customers are dropping, and if customers are dropping, the money coming in is dropping, and if that's dropping, it's hurting your business individually, but it's also hurting it economically. All right. New Hampshire's first patient told to stay isolated, but went to event instead. You see, and this, this is what I'm saying. You can tell them to isolate themselves, but who's gonna really go ahead and say, "Oh, let me be a responsible adult and do what they tell me"? I got work. I gotta go to work. All right. So long as these people don't know I have it, all right, I'm still gonna go about do what I gotta do. If there's no food in my house and I gotta go shopping, I'm supposed to stay in here and do what? People are not inclined to listen. You have people that they're not just gonna, we advise that you self-quarantine yourself for about 14 days to make sure that they're gonna tell you, they're gonna look in your face. Oh, okay. So 14 days you said? Oh, I can't leave my house? Oh, okay, all right, cool. The second they get home, yo, what's up? What's up with the club? We're going tonight. They're not listening. They're gonna go do what they want instead. That gets it says here. Patient told to stay isolated, but went to an event instead. What are some examples of events? Concerts, movie theaters, sports games, the gym. All right. How did they get there? They could drive. They could take the bus. They could take the train. You get what I'm saying about the possible ways of just spreading it. And they're clearly dropping these as they go. They're dropping this information here and there to where it starts desensitizing the people's minds to start saying, okay, this is probably more trickier than we thought. We're ready to listen to the solution you have for us. All right. And they're gonna do mandatory for one, they're gonna declare martial law. They're gonna have curfews. They're gonna do mandatory quarantines, mandatory lockdowns. All right. If that means taking you to a quarantine center, all right, or making sure that you're stuck in that area that you're stuck in by way of a police state, however they're going to do it, they're going to do it. All right. It says outbreak in South Korea shows little signs of slowing down. COVID-19 is deadlier than the flu, who says? So these are the, I guess the main headlines, so to speak. All right. As of right now. And we're only in March. We're only in the beginning of March. So we're going to see, especially as we approach spring, summer, the weather gets warmer, so people come out more. All right. And so, hey, viruses possibly spread even quicker. All right. So now I got a couple precepts here, but before I go into it, shalom to those watching. Let me see what comments brothers have here. Shalom. Truth will prevail. 144. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Now, what is the vision? The vision are these prophecies. Okay. Because real quick, I'm gonna get my precept to link it up. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. What does this mean? This means that before the Lord brings those prophecies to come to pass, he lets us know, all right, through the Spirit, and so we can come and prophesy it. We say it before he does it, all right? So we know what he's going to do. He's telling us, I'm going to do this, this, and that. Read Matthew 24, and amongst many other scriptures of the prophecies that are going to come to this place, and a lot of them are destruction. So the Lord says, I'm going to do this, this, and that. But before I do it, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. They don't know what I'm going to do. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. So you can go tell them. All right? Go tell them. And whoever's willing to listen, hey, I'm going to have mercy on them, and I'll have mercy on you for telling them. But everybody else, they're going to get caught up in it. So before the Lord brings these prophecies to come to pass, what? He reveals it unto us. All right? So going back to the scripture, Habakkuk 2:3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. The Lord has set everything in its time to take place. The time where the chip will be made mandatory, the time where the chip will be introduced, the time when cash will be completely done away with, the time when martial law will be declared, the time when the Yahushua will come back. The Lord has set it all. All right? These are all parts of the vision that are set. It says, but at the end it shall speak, meaning what? It's going to come to pass. All right? And not lie. Because whatever, exactly how it's been prophesied is exactly how it's going to come to pass. All right? It says, though it tarry, wait for it. So sometimes it feels like it's slow. What was it? 2017, about 3 years ago, we heard about 3 Square Market. All right? I think it was in Wisconsin, who started microchipping the employees as the chipping party. We got excited. Oh, mark of the beast, mark of the beast. And then what? Things got quiet for a while. And then they came out with, and then you hear another article. Then you hear another thing about the chip, that things get quiet for a while. Don't forget, FEMA, all right? Let me see if I can pull it up here. All right, this was a while back, but it's FEMA ordered 50,000 chips, tailor-made. All right, FEMA orders 50,000 RFID chips from Sweden. All right. Yep. Okay. This is a video. Oh wow. Actually, I think that was my video. Okay. So when was this? Damn, it's not giving me. The article is not even coming up. All right. There was an article on this, but it's not coming up. It's just the YouTube videos. All right. But I'm not really trying to watch these videos right now. But anyway, a while back, FEMA ordered what, 50,000 RFID microchips, tailor-made. All right. So if they put FEMA, because they will, all right, remember they have executive orders that they've set in place to give power to FEMA. So once they deem the emergency so severe that they need to allow FEMA to take over, it's a wrap. It's a set done deal, man. So like it says, though it tarry, wait for it. All right, so it feels like it's kind of slowing down, and then it picks back up again, then it's slowing down. You still gotta wait. All right, in 2017, you know, it was like a jump. All right, but then it slows down for a couple of months, and then something else comes again. But lately, what we've been seeing is the prophecies, the interval in between has been cut down. It went from every couple of months to a couple of weeks to a couple of days to now, within a span of hours, you're hearing prophetic things happening. All right. So we have to wait. Though it tarry, we have to wait for it. Why? Because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. It will surely come. It will not tarry. So regardless of how it, you know, because people say, oh, I hear what you're saying, but you know, yeah, that's not gonna be anytime soon, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing is gonna come to pass. I'm trying to take a trip out the country, but I'll wait till it clears up. Till it clears up, bro, you're gonna be waiting for a minute. All right. Truth will prevail. 144, Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that can be hid from thee. Yep, going into Esau, because remember, he's been given he's been given the earth right now, and with his technology, he is able to pinpoint everything. That's how they're able to get these historical finds and these archaeological proofs, and they have more information than they're letting on. All right, but by way of his technology, okay, he's able to accomplish all these different things. All right. 2 Corinthians, yep, I have that right here. Teddy Brookshot, I have it right here. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of his devices is what we're seeing right now. We already know what your end goal is, Esau. That's why we're blowing up your spot. We're blowing your cover. And you mad. Esau's mad. All right, because before he does it, we already blown up his spot. You know, that's like a professor's teaching, and he's teaching you all these different methods, trying to build up to the point. And before he even gets halfway, you already said the answer. You blew up his. Oh, so you mean this? You know, it's like, bro, and that's what we're doing to Esau. So, spiritual demons, Satan's physical counterparts, which are Esau today, starting with these elites, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, so on and so forth. They're not going to get an advantage of us because we are not ignorant of their devices. We know what they're capable of, and we know what their agenda is. Okay? So we're not going to sit there and just, oh, no, that's not what they're doing. No, we know where you're going with it. All right? And we snitching. Okay? Truth will prevail, 144, 2 Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yep, that's right. And that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, that's what we're seeing right now. The end is being made manifest, and you know what's going to happen? This is going to bring more people, because who are really going into these articles and breaking it down and tying it up with the scriptures? We're doing that. All right, who are giving the answers that people are now having questions? The answers to their questions are here with us, but very soon we're not going to be able to give you those answers anymore. All right. So very soon we're going to get into the point of the questions. What do we do? What do we do? What's going on? You know? And then when you see the things that we've been telling you, something is gonna click in your head. Martial law, chip, microchip. Yo, that sounds familiar. Oh shit. Oh, those guys in the corners were light. Oh fuck. Yo, people are gonna I'm telling you, man. People who say, "Oh, the mark of the beast, ain't no RFID chip, man. You crazy, man. Ain't no RFID. It's Christianity, and that is the mark of the beast and white Christianity." People like that, man, when they present it with the chip, they're gonna lose it. I want you to tell Esau when he got your head about to be chopped off on the guillotine, telling you to take the chip. All right, I want you to tell him, nah, really, you got it all wrong, Esau. Let me show you how it's done. All right, let's sit down. I'm gonna break it down to you why the mark of the beast is not the chip, but it's actually white Christianity. Bro, you and your congregation are going to lose it because you didn't prepare your minds mentally for it. All right. Okay. All right. Revelation 3:10. Ahab Amath. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which is this truth, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's them. That hour of temptation is them making this chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast, mandatory. All right. And the Lord is going to keep us, meaning he's going to give us the spirit to be able to deny it. How so? Because we're going to have a means of eating and being fine, even though we don't have the chip. So we're not going to need to rely on the chip. We're not going to need to give into that temptation because we're going to have a means of escape. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Truth will prevail, 144, Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And this is why you want to make sure you get right with the Most High. Don't look at what the government is saying and what Esau is saying, what the World Health Organization is saying, and base your decisions off of that. No, look at what the scriptures say. Listen to what we tell you according through the spirit and power of the Most High and the Son. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord is the one who's in charge of what's going on. He's determining, all right, he's going to get the virus. He's going to die by famine. He's going to die by the sword. He's going to die in a FEMA camp. He's determining all of that. Okay. So you have to what? You have to serve the Lord. You got to look to the Lord for directions, not Esau. Esau he ain't doing a damn thing. Okay. Don't run down to this government and they tell you this and you run right there. They tell you this and you run right there. They're not doing it for your good. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wow, Teddy Bruckshot says New York emergency room doctor says there will be thousands of confirmed cases in the U.S. by next week. Why? Because they're gonna. If you've paid attention to what they've been saying recently, what have they been saying? They've been saying, yeah, but the numbers we have are not fully accurate. Why? Because the amount of people we've tested are not enough. They haven't tested enough people. All right. So it may go from 1 in 10 people have the virus now, But after they get a larger group to test, it may go from 1 in 10 to 1 in 3 people might have the virus, because now they have a wider range, so they can get a better percentage. You might have people who have the virus and are dropping dead, all right, without people knowing, all right, without it being documented, without it being recorded. You got people in third world countries that are probably dropping dead from this virus left and right, and the mortality rate is probably higher than what they're coming out and saying, because they're basing their information and their data based on the amount of people they've been able to test. But if they're telling you there's a shortage of testing kits, okay, and the people they're testing are not enough, how can they give you the proper, accurate information? All right, look, man, people, you have to use your common sense. You have to use your brain sometimes, man. Don't shut off your brain and just listen to whatever the TV tells you. Use your brain, ask questions, use common sense, man. Something might not add up here. Okay, it's a little too convenient that you have a virus that is bringing about all these problems, and they're just bringing about solutions that we've been telling you they're gonna bring about. You know, truth will prevail. 144. 2 Ezra 9-7. And everyone that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. That's right. Ahabamoth, 2 Ezra 15-17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's precisely what's coming. All right. Martial law is not just your constitution is suspended. That means blocking off certain areas, blocking off bridges, blocking off tunnels, seaways, highways, ports, all of that. Okay. So if you want to go to another area for food, or you want to go because your family's there, or you're stuck at work, that's it. All right. That's it, man. All right. So yeah, you know what? I'll read one more. Man. All right. Yahweh's war. Hey, shalom, brother. Okay, let me see the comment, then I'll read the scripture. It says, Khan, my cousin in China told me that people are dropping dead on the spot, and China isn't bringing everything out. Yeah, of course, because think about it, right? If you're China and all this, everything, your people are being discriminated against heavily. All right, nobody's really doing trade like that because the outbreak started here and it's getting bad, and the amount of people getting infected is crazy. What would you really think you're gonna account for every single death? If there's certain numbers you can omit, certain numbers you can reduce, you're gonna do so. That's why China's coming out saying that the amount of people infected are decreasing. But yet all these other countries, the numbers are constantly increasing. Does that make sense? All right. All of a sudden it's decreasing. Oh, that means the virus is slowing down. But when you go to Iran, the numbers are jumping through the roof. Italy, the numbers are jumping. The numbers are spiking. How do you explain that? All right. So the precept was Yahweh's warrior, Proverbs 3:25-26. All right, this might be the last one I read. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, for the Lord shall be thy confidence and shall keep thy foot from being taken. That's right. All right, that's right. Hey, beautiful precept, man. All right, don't be afraid when all these things are happening. The Lord told us this was going to happen before it's happening. We've been saying it. All right. So it's time to what? It's time to show forth your faith. It's time to show forth your spirit, man. Okay. Your trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Your trust in divine protection. All right. It's not just something you say, man, but it's something you have to actually exercise. Something you have to put in play, man. The time we've been talking about, it's here. It's now. Okay. So you have to exhibit your faith, man. You got to show it. And we're approaching the Passover, man. And look, I have a feeling that it's going to be a very, very, very serious Passover, man. All right, with all the things that are going on, all the Passovers are supposed to be serious, a solemn assembly, man. But this ain't going to be a Passover to be joking around, or no, it's to be. Everybody should be in a very serious, solemn mindset, especially with the things happening, man. All right, knowing the history of what the Lord did on the Passover. All right, we got to make sure that going into it, all right, we're mentally sober, spiritually sober. All right, and we're putting our all into it, man. Okay, because hey, this year most definitely is not going to end the same, man. All right, we're going to see All right, we're gonna see what the Lord has in store for this space. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna end it here. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. This is just the update, okay, of of what's going on in the world right now, man, where we are in the prophecy. All right, so hey, things are gonna get much worse. All right, we're gonna see how, I always say this at the end of the videos, man, but we're gonna see how the Lord, all right, takes this, man. But we're seeing how He's really steering it, all right, straight up into what the scriptures say, man. Okay, so with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.